so welcome to the third part of our activity management series. So this is the third step. We've created activity registry records in the first step. We generated activity manager records in the second step using the batch activity generator. Now the third step is to make amendments to our activity manager record for the term. Okay, so I'm in activity manager, curriculum management, activity management, organizer manage, activity manager. I need to put in the term where the manager records have been created, which in this case is 3160, academic year 2016. Now we need to put our course ID in. So I've got my course catalogue record here. I'll copy that ID, shove it in. Oh, it says that, but it's lying. And it opens up the record. Okay, so we've got activity manager. We can see the course ID, the description, offer number. Here we've got the course subject area and catalogue number. Okay, and we've got the different registry IDs that have come from the registry record. Here we've got an IAM exists. So this tells us that if IAM records have already been generated for the manager record, that will be ticked, and there are implications if we try to do the next step to create the IAM records again from this. Okay, so let's go down here. So you can see we've got our course root at the top, and then we've got our exam one underneath, and our coursework one underneath as well. What you see that's been added, we've got an exam one section. So basically, exam one section is used for scheduling, or can be used for scheduling. So let's say we've got one exam assessment, but it's going to run on 2 different times or 2 different places. We can create a different section for each and configure that section appropriately. It's not something that we're really going to use, but it's just to give you an explanation of why that's there. And also it's created a reset record. So we put in a reset period when we were using the batch activity generator. Now it's created the reset record. All this is used for is if we want to say amend when that reset's going to run. If we're going to say we're going to change the period it's going to run in. At the moment it's going to run in the regular reset period, but let's say we change it to the autumn exams, and we can do that there. We don't see that in the students IAM, but it's just another piece of configuration. So let's go and have a look at the course. So this is the course root part, and as you can see we've got some additional fields here. But also we've generally got the same records that and fields you would have seen in the activity registry. And this is why I say the manager is essentially a copy of the registry. But what it does in the manager is create a separate sort of sub-record for each the course route and then each assessment. Okay, so what we're going to do, the main things you're going to do in the manager record is primarily adding in due dates for coursework. So let's go and have a look at the coursework record. And let's go down the bottom, and you will see down here we've got start date, due date, grading date. The due date is essentially the deadline for an assessment, so we need to populate that for any coursework item. We need to populate it so it can calculate the late penalties for students when we put their submission dates in. So I'm just going to select that. And as you can see in this record, you can make changes to pretty much anything that's come across from the registry. We can change the result scale, we can change the pass mark, the weighting, everything. However, it's not expected that that is going to happen in the manager record, purely because we've got no way of tracking those changes, or it's not so easy to track those changes from a quality assurance perspective. So we're only really expecting additional information to be put in, such as due dates and what we're going to look at now for exams. So to go back to the main record, don't go down here and click on return to search. It will take you out of the record. You want to click on return here. Right, so we've added our due date for the course. Let's go into the exam record. So the only thing you're really going to change in here for exam specific is the academic period. So let's say I've got it down as UK regular autumn, and actually that exam's now going to run in spring. I can go here and let's bring up the UK ones, and I can find the spring one, and I can select that instead if I want to, if that's appropriate. Yeah. Okay, so those are the main things you could do in the activity manager record. The other thing, let's stop moving up and down, let's go back let's go back to the coursework item. If I want to change my reset requirements, particularly or specifically if I want to add in a supplemental reset, this is where I can do it. Okay, and I will cover that in an additional video just to go over how that works in the Activity Manager. Okay, so this bit will finish now.